Stop optimizing for the cheapest cost per lead. Getting the cheapest cost per lead might actually be costing you more money than it actually is gaining money. I just want to dive a little bit deeper into the problem as to why this might be the case. So first off, a low cost per lead doesn't automatically mean your ads are performing better. Here's a question that I think every business owner should be asking. What happened after that lead came in? So was the lead qualified? Did they book a call or an estimate? Did they show up to that call or estimate? Or did they become a paying customer? Cost per lead doesn't answer any of those questions. It only tells you what it costs to generate a lead. They become so focused on trying to get the cheapest cost per lead shown on their ads manager. Now, it might look good for sure, but this kind of translates into my next point of cheap always doesn't mean profitable. So for me, I'd much rather pay more for someone who's actually interested than almost pay nothing for someone who's never going to buy in the first place. So let's say, for example, like if you're getting $5 leads that never become customers, they're not low cost leads. So sure, like it looks great and sounds great, but some of the examples I'll go over are tire kickers and price shoppers. These people are the worst. They are going to waste your time. They're going to give you headaches and they're going to just haggle you down and just not like appreciate your business and what you're offering. Another thing is bots. You're going to get some of those if your funnel isn't fully optimized. You don't have any qualifying questions in the back end. And lastly, my personal favorite, people who forgot they filled out a form. I can't tell you how many times I've called leads or my client has called leads for them to tell me and my client, hey, we don't even recognize your number, or why are you calling us? That's why for me, I'd rather pay a little more for someone who's actually likely to buy than spend less attracting people who are just not going to buy your product. It's just not worth it. So this is actually important to know what Meta's actually learning. So every time when someone submits a lead form, Meta's actually learning more about who you're trying to attract in your funnel. So if your campaigns are bringing in people exactly like who we mentioned up here, then it's going to optimize for every conversion event. So for example, if your campaigns are bringing in people who never become customers like this, then it's going to optimize exactly for that. So you basically are telling Meta, hey, we like these cheap leads, go out and find us more. But overall, the better data that you feed Meta, the better chance it has of actually finding your target ICP and those that are likely to convert with your offer. Now, for an example, I'm going to go over 2 campaign examples that I put here. So example A and B. So in campaign A and B, we both have $1,000 in ad spend. But campaign A, we got 200 leads with an average cost per lead of $5. So campaign B got 40 leads with an average cost per lead of $25. But something to compare here, like if you didn't see the revenue in both of these, and I just took 8 grand out in revenue for campaign A and 50 grand in revenue for campaign B, then you think that campaign A would probably be the winner. But looking at the revenue, you probably pick campaign B. And this is personally what I'm trying to go for. So I'm trying to get to the point where campaign B is going to be the top winner, even though the cost per lead is significantly higher. That's because if the cost per lead is higher, but the business is making significantly more money and wasting far less time chasing people who are never going to buy, it's just worth it to go campaign B every single time. That's what I'm trying to optimize for. So I still pay attention to cost per lead. It's an important metric. It's just not the end all be all, and it's just not scalable to look at if that's the only thing you're trying to optimize for. So for me personally, here are the main things that I'm trying to optimize for. I'm trying to optimize for book show meetings. So people that actually show high interest and show up to the appointments. Close rate. So, I'm trying to make it as easier for the client to close. Revenue to generate for the business. Customer LTV. So the lifetime span that a customer is willing to pay over time, and profit, because it's a win-win-win for me, for my clients, and for their business. If my close rate doubles, but the business close rate triples, I genuinely don't care. As long as if we're all making money at the end of the day, that's all that matters. And, that's just what I tend to go for. So my real takeaway, cost per lead is still important to take a look at on kind of a surface level. And that's kind of an indicator to dive a little bit deeper as to what should consider doing next. So for me, I'm trying to find the point where lead quality, profitability, and scalability all work together. So kind of find a happy medium with everything, but give enough budget to where we can test out different campaigns, new messaging angles and all that. Every business is different, so you're going to have to do what works best for you. But that's just my thoughts on it. Feel free to leave a comment and give your thoughts as well. Hopefully you found this helpful. Just want to give some of my takeaways, and I will see you all in the next video.